Story 1. These comments make me smile so much. You guys are so cute talking about women and how much you all love certain things about us. I know it is not directed to me specifically, but it still makes me feel happy and comforted. Story 2. Collarbones can be elegant in a way that even confuses me. Story 3. I do not know if I could say one thing. Women are like paintings. It is the sum of their parts that makes them beautiful. Story 4. Girls are simply wonderful. Just standing on a corner and watching them go past is delightful. They do not walk. Or at least they do not do what we do when we walk. They do not move just their feet. Everything moves in different directions, and all of it is graceful. Robert Heinlein's Starship Troopers. Story 5. I could not pick out one thing even if I tried. Women are just so beautiful. Story 6. Waist. I am afraid of women and physical contact, but holding a woman's waist feels good. I do not know. Story 7. I love the dimples in the lower back. Add that with 10 lines. I melt. Story 8. When they wear one of those shirts that falls off the shoulder, I am dead. Story 9. I am so generic, but I have a pretty face and a generally chubby body that adds softness and cuteness. Story 10. As a bisexual woman, the whole woman is soft and supple. If I had to pick one part, it would be the breasts. Story 11. Collarbones. Thick thighs. Soft breasts. Hands and especially wrists. Legs of every kind. I just love women as a woman myself. Story 12. Not gonna lie, it is impressive, and the rolled eyes when she gags on it. Story 13. Well, everything really, but if I were to isolate one thing, the forms. The way the muscles wrap around their body, the way the hip pushes the skin out. It all feels very organic, smooth, and huggable. A big plus is muscular women because they make those muscles more defined when flexing, and it's incredible. Mostly the glutes and upper back in that case. But to quote another Reddit user, women are like paintings. It's the sum of their parts that make them beautiful. Story 14. Soft underboob. There is no skin softer than a woman's skin beneath her breasts. Story 15. Everything. Their lovely feminine curves, long hair, soft skin, and their nurturing nature. Story 16. Hips do it for me, especially if the woman is slightly overweight. Story 17. It's all very nice. Probably the most beautiful species on the planet. Story 18. I am a personality person, but since you have asked about physical attributes, hair, voice, throat, cheeks, lips, teeth, tongue, any type of beauty marks, skin, shoulders, arms, wrists, hands, nails, breasts, waist, stomach, tummy, stretch marks, dips, buttocks, genitals and orifices, bikini line, thighs, hamstrings, veins, muscles, if present, gym body, back arch, calves, Achilles tendon, ankles and the bone that sticks out, feet, touch, presence, skin tone. But, again, I am a personality person. Story 19. For me, it can vary depending on the woman. I can find something different in every woman I see. Story 20. Women are just beautiful. It is unfortunate they face many challenges. I cannot imagine the number of women I encounter daily who endure severe physical pain and manage intense hormonal changes. Yet they handle it with incredible strength. Story 21. The way they hold their bodies. I do not know if it is posture, comfort, or attitude, but it is a whole thing. Story 22. I'll quote Wash from Firefly about his wife. The legs. Oh yeah, definitely have to say it was her legs. You can put that down. Her legs and where her legs meet her back. Actually, that whole area. That and above it. Kind of sums it up for me as well. Story 23. Eyes. A good stare can knock me out harder than any punch. Story 24. Eyes can tell a lot just from them, and they have a different impact than any other feature. Story 25. I will always notice a pretty face first. After that, it is the shape around the waist followed by the breasts. Some women have one good aspect. Some have many. Like art, they all have something that will catch my eye. Also like art, it is entirely subjective to each individual. Story 26. The ability to look you in the eyes and talk comfortably. So I guess my answer is confidence. Story 27. Proportional curves. I have talked to many men and found that most like very big thighs, very big breasts, and a big bubble butt. For me, a bisexual woman, the most attractive feature a woman can have is being proportionate. Big chest, small chest, straight waist, thin waist, long legs, short legs, skinny, pudgy, I do not care. As long as there is an attractive flow of proportions, I am very interested. I often find a woman with an average chest and nice hips to be more proportionately attractive than one with the same body but large breasts. Story 28. I guess every part of them is gorgeous. I can't think of anything that is not pretty. I wouldn't know because I have not had one approach me. Story 29. I like that they are literally just men with long hair and titties, but societal pressure makes them navigate the world differently. Sure, they have many unique challenges compared to men, but they are still human. My hormones are the only thing that creates a rift between us that makes me think we are different. But we are not. We just have different perspectives and priorities. Physically, though, I really like women's hair. It is intriguing, given that men literally just have 3 ways to style their hair. Story 30. The thighs, because that's where my hands rest. The hips, brother. It's like turns on a mountain road. Dangerous, but you want to go back. The buttocks. No need for speeches, it is universally appreciated. The legs, because they always bring me back into situations where I should not be. Story 31. Their overall curvature, whether it is the body or the chevrons on their cheeks when they smile along with their eyes, and how their skin complexion complements their hair color or texture, and the way it curves around their ears or forehead. Story 32. Their smile. Also a straight jawline, button nose, buttocks, breasts, hips, calves, feet, eyes, belly, all of it really. Story 33. I'm not someone who gets overly hung up on looks, but I thought about it and reflected on what usually catches my eye. It's definitely the smile and the eyes. If you think about it, they are the first visual indicators of who someone is. They show attitude and a good heart before the person even speaks. A good mood and positive energy make anyone attractive. Hair is important too. Obviously, all the other features matter as well. I'm a man. That's how it is. But the usual things are not at the top of the list. Story 34. A sweet and positive, happy, cheerful demeanor that some have. Story 35. Are all men here waking up? Because what I just read here is surprising. Oh my God. Coming from men with these lovely comments. Story 36. Fun to encounter in the dark, especially the soft and warm areas. Story 37. I love a beautiful face. I think women are so beautiful, and every part of them is amazing. When you see a naturally beautiful face, it is very attractive. It is jaw-dropping. Story 38. Their midsection, childbearing hips, the neck, and the hands. Story 39. I like them short, dark-haired, bespectacled, freckled, and fiery. Story 40. Their hair, any hairstyle works. They are all beautiful. Story 41. I like big butts and I cannot lie. Story 42. When women have pronounced wide hips, I lose my mind and become a feral person. If laughter and bangs count as physical traits, then those too. Story 43. Okay guys, it's my first time drinking and I am drunk. I like nipples the most in a woman. Story 44. I like the lower abdominal area on a woman, especially when she has that small stomach bump. I also love women with abdominal muscles. Story 45. Many of the major ones have been mentioned, so I will mention a less obvious one. The lower stomach pouch when wearing a tight skirt or dress. That is some very good stuff. Story 46. I'm a tits kind of guy. They always win over thighs and bum, but also huggability. Yes, that is a word, even if I likely just made it up. A nice pair of breasts can be a wonderful thing indeed, but a real, proper, full embrace can sustain you for days. Whole grain for the soul. Story 47. All of them. I am kind of obsessed with women, honestly, and there are not many I cannot find something attractive about. Story 48. There is something about a well-proportioned woman that drives me crazy. Skinny or curvy, if you wear it well, I am checking you out. Story 49. Petiteness and femininity with well-groomed hands and feet and brunette or dark hair. Normal breasts but not too large and a cute figure in blue jeans. Story 50. I do not know if this question is only for the men, but as a woman myself, I like how we all are uniquely different in every way. Story 51. As much as I love curves, nothing beats that sudden squint of the eyes, big smile, and pep in her step when she sees you and wants to approach you. The glow in her face is something else. I don't think I can be attracted to someone with an unappealing face. She has to have a beautiful face more than anything in my eyes. You can have some acne and imperfections and still have a nice face, but the face is my biggest turn on. Story 52. They are strong. They can endure great pain, give life, nurture intellect, and much more. Story 53. I would say that their hair, whether it is sparse, tangled, and gray, short, neon, and blue, or just natural and tied into a ponytail, gives a small insight into their personality. Yes, I am gay. Story 54. That part between the tops of their heads and the bottoms of their feet. Story 55. All women have a natural beauty. Just look into their eyes and get lost. Story 56. It is their entire existence. You can forget all your pain with even a gentle hug. Story 57. Women. Yes, that is essentially it. Oh, you mean physically? Well, yes, still the same. Story 58. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her value is far above rubies. The heart of her husband safely trusts in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil. She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. She seeks wool and flax and works willingly with her hands. She is like the merchant ships. She brings her food from afar. She rises while it is yet night and gives meat to her household and a portion to her maidens. She considers a field and buys it. With the fruit of her hands she plants a vineyard. She girds her loins with strength and strengthens her arms. She perceives that her merchandise is good. Her candle does not go out by night. She lays her hands to the spindle, and her hands hold the distaff. She stretches out her hand to the poor. Yes, she reaches forth her hands to the needy. She is not afraid of the snow for her household, for all her household are clothed with scarlet. She makes herself coverings of tapestry. Her clothing is silk and purple. Her husband is known in the gates when he sits among the elders of the land. She makes fine linen and sells it and delivers girdles to the merchant. Strength and honor are her clothing, and she shall rejoice in time to come. She opens her mouth with wisdom, and on her tongue is the law of kindness. She looks well to the ways of her household and does not eat the bread of idleness. Her children rise up and call her blessed. Her husband also, and he praises her. Many daughters have done virtuously, but you excel them all. Favor is deceitful, and beauty is vain, but a woman who fears the Lord shall be praised. Give her the fruit of her hands, and let her own works praise her in the gates. Story 59. Pretty eyes, full lips, a decent figure, and beautiful feet are a must. Story 60. With the woman I love, it is the softness. I am 49 and have been married to her for 12 years. She is just so soft. The thing that I instantly notice about women in general is the strong allure of a classic feminine waist-hip ratio. It just expresses fertility and connects to something very natural in me. Story 61. Hair and eye color, or more importantly, a few specific color combinations that really do a lot for me. Story 62. Breasts, specifically the nipples. Also, the anticipation leading up to the first intimate encounter. Story 63. A flat stomach. Not necessarily abdominal muscles, but a smooth torso. Large breasts and buttocks do not appeal to me. A college runner's build is the preferred body type. Story 64. Wearing high heels with confidence is always attractive. Story 65. I guess I am speaking informally. I like the height of taller women. Story 66. Their hair and their soft faces, particularly their eyes. Story 67. Long legs, doe eyes, collarbones, floating ribs, long thin fingers, their butt and hip curves, hair, smiles, forearms with thin wrists, like they could be a delicate ballerina, slender feet, like they glide as they walk, the little mound by the pubic bone. So hard to decide. I think I described a whole female body. It is all perfect. There is no best part. Story 68. I like when they are small and cute. When they are 5 feet 2 inches to 5 feet 4 inches with a small frame, they are the perfect cuddle size. Story 69. In 2025, feminism and the Me Too movement are still focused on a woman's body. Story 70. Honestly, I feel like I have been a fan of every part at some point, so I realized I just love women. I try to avoid staring, but particularly in the summer, it is hard not to notice a good number of women each day that I find attractive for many reasons. Story 71. Really tall women who have long torsos that flare out to wide hips and thick, curvy legs. Story 72. Just them as a whole, I guess. People are more than the sum of their parts. Story 73. Someone smaller than me so I can wrap my arms around them and feel like a big, strong man who is able to protect someone. Story 74. It's so much behind. Look at my page. Look at my wife's behind. I really love a good figure. My God. Story 75. The fold where the buttocks meet the thigh is very sensual. Story 76. The whole thing is strange. So, everything is lovable in women. Story 77. I'm not bisexual or lesbian, but I love large breasts since mine are small. Story 78. Breasts are the most attractive feature, followed by the waist to hip and side curve. Story 79. Curves. It's all about curves. Attraction is about differences. All the qualities that make a woman feminine are physically attractive. Things like curves, wider hips, breasts, soft thighs, long hair, and small noses. Every attribute associated with femininity is attractive to men. We live in a time when there is quite a bit of confusion. Many women do not understand what is attractive to men. Some actively pursue a beauty standard that is actually unattractive, such as visible abdominal muscles. There is a term for this: transference. When women cannot find the man they find attractive, they tend to become the man they want. Story 80. A very sincere smile that reaches all the way to the eyes, the curves between the ribs and waist, and all the facets around the torso and belly area. Butts in general, especially those with dimples above, are particularly appealing for some reason. The contrast between the waist and butt is mesmerizing on someone attractive. Story 81. What's not to like? Soft faces, hair, breasts, curves, waist, thighs, and buttocks. Story 82. Eye contact and a smile are often underrated. Nothing beats them. Story 83. I love so many of these comments. As a straight woman who is pregnant, I have come to appreciate how our bodies can change quickly and drastically to accommodate growing our babies. Our hips widen, our skin gets softer, our breasts become rounder, our whole torso becomes a perfect spot for our baby to grow, and we even literally glow from the hormonal changes. Women's bodies are magical, graceful, and beautiful. Story 84. All of her, from her lovely face and smiles to the curve of her neck, the soft roundness of her breasts, her hourglass shape, how soft her inner thighs feel on my face, the shape and tone of her calves, and the dainty nature of her feet. A woman's body is art in motion from head to toe. Story 85. Wavy hair, especially if blonde. Soft light skin, bright colored eyes, sharp facial features, fit or slim figure. Oh yes, did I forget long legs? Story 86. I noticed a lot of men mentioning legs. I always thought it was breasts and buttocks. I guess legs are a huge turn on too. It is funny and interesting how only one man mentioned the face. Do most men not care about her facial attractiveness and only if she is physically fit? Story 87. Petite with a nice figure, slender but with feminine curves. Story 88. The thighs, the part below her buttocks where the leg begins, are exquisite. Story 89. Pigtails, ponytails, braids, and long hip-length straight hair are examples of most stereotypical feminine hairstyles. I apologize if this phrasing is not ideal. Story 90. Legs for sure and feet if they look good. No bunions or toes crossing over each other. Story 91. Light-colored eyes, slender feet, firm buttocks. I could continue. Story 92. There is something about every woman to be desired. But as I only desire one woman, my partner in life, I will speak only of her. Her large brown eyes and soft thighs are tied for my favorite. Story 93. There is nothing like a great set of breasts. They do not need to be large. They just need to be perky and fit the body. Story 94. The 5 most physically attractive parts of a woman's body are 1. Buttocks, 2. Buttocks, 3. Buttocks, 4. Everything else, 5. Buttocks. Story 95. Face to body ratio and proportionality, buttocks, waist, legs, breasts. Breasts are magical despite being at the bottom of the list. Thanks a bunch for sticking around till the end of the video. Remember to subscribe, and until next time, stay awesome and goodbye.